I'm actually surprised I haven't made a video on this in a very long time. So I'm going to bring this back for you. It is a patient that we see so commonly in the ambulance service. It is a patient who is suffering from alcoholism. They have simply just drank too much alcohol and now they've called 911. Or so it appears. I remember I was taking care of a patient and we were called to a homeless shelter. This patient was known by everybody in the ambulance service for calling 911 because they drank too much alcohol. We see the patient, usual. You may have heard the term a frequent flyer. This patient appeared like they were drunk. But I did something, which I'm going to teach you in this video, called my ETOH assessment. This assessment is going to save your butt when you're dealing with this patient population. I did my assessment and I uncovered this patient looks like they got assaulted. Had a hematoma on his head with unequal pupils. This patient was suffering from a head injury. I had a colleague of mine who also went to a frequent flyer, and this frequent flyer patient who suffered from alcoholism, again, drinking too much, and would call the ambulance for that reason, said they had chest pain. Like he always said he had chest pain. But guess what happened? This medic did his own ETOH assessment, and guess what he uncovered? This patient was having a massive heart attack, a massive MI, and got rushed to the cath lab. So why do I share this with you? When we see common themes in the ambulance, we can get lazy. We can forget that every call is different in EMS. Oh, I've seen this before. Just drunk. That's how medical errors happen. Medical errors cause people to have bad outcomes. And I don't want that happen to be a stain on you. So you heard me talk earlier in the video about ETOH assessment. I'm going to give this assessment to you right now in this video. Here's what we do. It's a quick assessment for you to ensure that nothing sinister is going on at play here, right? You go to somebody, I'm drunk, or a bystander calls and says, someone's passed out in the park. You go there and they're drunk in the park. Here's what we do. Expose the patient's head and look for any sort of head trauma. Look at the pupils. Are they normal? Are they reactive? Is there nystagmus going on? Right? Scan the head and neck for any sort of trauma. Check the patient's mouth. Any blood? Any vomit? Are they breathing normally? Are their eyes opening spontaneously? Are they responsive? We look for these things first. Then as we expose our patient, we go ahead, get a set of lung sounds front and back. Check for an equal grip, right? Scan their arms. Any sort of trauma that you see, again, scan the abdomen, scan the pelvis, scan the legs. Any trauma going on, any bleeding going on? No? Great. Now check pulse motor sensory in their upper extremities and their lower extremities. And then don't forget to quickly go ahead, listen to lung sounds in the back and scan their entire spine. Any pain, any step-offs. Again, we're looking for sneaky things like maybe they had a seizure. Maybe there's drugs and not just alcohol at play. Maybe they're a fall victim. Maybe they're an assault victim. Maybe they're having another medical emergency. If we can do this quick physical, we can uncover a lot of stuff, right? Agreed? Right. Now, what do we do next? We get our blood glucose. We get a set of vital signs. So we get a pulse. Check that radial pulse. We get a blood pressure. We get a respiratory rate. We get SpO2 and that blood glucose. And from that, if everything checks out, all the vitals are good, blood glucose is good, patient has no other complaints. They're just saying to you, I drank too much and I'm in a park. Okay, that appears to be it. They can go basic life support to the hospital. But now you've cleared them to do so. And you covered not only for yourself, but you covered good by the patient because they are altered. You didn't get burned, patient got the ride to the hospital, and everything's okay. That is my ETOH assessment. I've taught to a ton of students. That way you don't get burned and you cover and you do good by the patient. Now, a lot of you asked in the comments about how to prepare for school, how to get through school, and how to pass NREMT. The first link in the description is a study tool that I give to all my students to accomplish all of that. It's called the Video Vault. Inside the Video Vault is over 480 videos of content, audio files, worksheets, practice quizzes, our community group. What I do in the Video Vault is take all the concepts you need to know to pass school at NREMT, and I break them down simply for you, so that way you just follow along with the videos, you follow the study plan, and you pass. I give my students lifetime access in the first link in the description, and I'll see you on the inside.